Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Tuesday, January 25, 2022. Yesterday, the markets put in a reversal-like candlestick pattern. We opened sizably down, continued lower after the open, but around midday, buyers stepped in, and they stepped in aggressively, rallying nearly 200 points off the lows in the S&P to close right at the highs of the session. So what we'll look at this morning is what we have seen historically following a strong close like we had yesterday, where you're closing near the highs of the session and you do so on wide range. Yesterday was the widest range we've had in quite some time, with 197 points of range there in the S&P. So let me go ahead and set this up. I'm going to select all four instruments. The setup will be based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, currently, we are trading lower in the overnight session. We have a pretty sizable overnight session with strong volume forming right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Gap Down from the opening filters. The next thing I'm going to do is head to the Price Patterns library. And I'm going to say that yesterday was the widest range of the last four sessions. It was a WR4. I could also go with WR13. You can see those are all true. It's quite a bit bigger than that, but the bigger you go, the less samples you're going to have. So I'm just going to stick with WR4 just to try to keep more samples in the study. I'm also going to say that yesterday closed up near the highs of the day. I'm going to grab this close in top 25% of the daily range from the active today section. Then I'm going to put us in a similar market environment. We are still below a 10, below a 200-day simple moving average, so a weaker environment here, and then click View Results. All right, here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when you gap down and the prior day had a strong close, which I've defined as closing in the top 25% of its intraday range, and the range for that session, which is defined as the high minus the low of the session, was the widest range of the past four sessions. This close took place below a 10 and 200-day simple moving average. So we don't have a ton of samples here, and you can see that's why I went with the WR4 instead of WR13 pattern. Just 19 samples in the S&P, 13 in the NASDAQ, 18 in the Dow, and 22 in the Russell. Win rates on these are pretty mild. S&P coming in 47%, have closed above the open the following session. For the NASDAQ, it is 54%. Dow 44%, Russell the weakest at 36%. If we look at the average moves here, you'll see the average loss is sizably larger than the average win in the S&P. That is also the case for the NASDAQ, for the Dow, and for the Russell. So historically speaking, the pattern has mixed win rates. There's not a huge skewing going on in either direction. The Russell's the weakest of the group, but all four of them have seen larger average moves to the downside compared to their moves to the upside following this pattern. Hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today. We'll see you next time.